Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel. Igama lami Ntando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyaye sibuke ama reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama reality shows, senza ama reviews ama recaps. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhulume ngama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it's your first time joining me today and you really like my content, ungakhohlwa ukuthi press the subscribe button la ngezansi bese ucindezela ne notification bell ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. Guys, there's also a join button for those who want to join the membership yakule channel, and there's a thanks button if you want to thank the channel, and thank you so much to everybody that watches my adverts kule channel. You guys, I came across this story, Siga Show Majozi. What the hell is happening with our stars in South Africa? Listen. So it's an article that is basically based on a post that Ophili Mpela made on Twitter, and his post was referencing an interview that Majozi did with Dallas on his podcast. I didn't even know he had a podcast, you guys, so I've actually been introduced to a new podcast because of this article, you guys. So Majozi did this interview, which I had to go and watch, you guys, and did this interview. First I watched the clip that people seem to be conflicted about, which came from that interview. And on the clip they're talking about the book, guys. She actually has, congratulations to her, she has a children's book out, you guys, and I think it's called Show My Stars. You know, it's a beautiful, nice book, you guys. I would definitely get it for simple stage if I came across it at the bookshop. I liked it. I like the idea that she wrote it, and the fact that it's written by a black girl. I think it possibly is a book that our children will be able to relate to. So they're talking about a book, you guys, and Majozi is really weird in that when you just watch the clip, and she does look like she is slurring in her words. She's speaking very slowly at points. It looks like she's going to fall asleep right while doing the interview. It's disappointing to watch, you guys, because if you're an adult, you already know what's happening there. She does look like she's under the influence of something, and it's unfortunate, you guys, that it happened with her, you guys. We know that a large part of Majozi's a fan base, it's very young children, you guys. It's even younger than teenagers. Children really like Majozi, and for her to do an interview like that, it really, I was disappointed. I don't want to lie, you guys. It would be very naive of us, guys, to think that Majozi does not do what other children in the industry do, you know. It would be very naive of us. Of course, she smokes what other people smoke, likely, you know. Chances are she does, and chances are she drinks what other people in the industry drink, but we just have not seen it the way that we saw it in the interview. It was clear something is going on, you guys, and maybe she might come out and explain and give us a different explanation. But if I had to make a conclusion, I would say she had smoked something, definitely. But yeah, you guys, it's not fun to watch. It's not fun to watch. It's very, very disappointing, you guys. Of course, you guys, there are people that say that it's not as serious as people are making it to be, but this case makes me think of Brenda Fassie, you guys. Brenda Fassie, I remember she used to do my interviews where you would clearly see that this person is under the influence of something, and it would be something that everybody would just laugh at. But if we remember, you guys, that did not end well for her, even for us as I'm a fans of Brenda Fassie. Her life did not end well, you guys. So as much as people think that it's not that serious, it might be if a person is getting to a point where they can't even go and just do an interview, like an hour interview, without being under the influence of something. Why couldn't she just wait, you guys? So let me read this post that Ophili Mpela did. Okay, so Philip Peller's post says, I know some found this funny, to each his own. Where was show's manager? Why didn't anyone from her team stop this? Why would anyone in that room think it's okay for her to plug a kid's book in this setup? Okay. And then somebody responded and said, it's not that deep. I'm sure you'd lose your mind if you saw Drinks and Champs podcast where bigger stars than show Majozi drink and smoke live. And then someone else says, there's nothing wrong with this. Kids that have responsible parents have no access to this kind of content, which means it's for adults. Okay. And then there's a whole lot of other people that are just making a joke about this situation. Someone is saying that Dallas is a problem because apparently his weed is what got Show Majozi the way that it is. And then they say that Mark G will know because he knows a lot about Dallas's weed and all of that, you guys. So a lot of people didn't take it as seriously as Philip Peller did. But I do think that it is, you guys, I do think that it is a little, but I think it is something that we should take seriously, you guys. I don't think it's good for her brand. And I don't think that it's an interview that if she watches, she will be proud of, you guys. Also, when you watch the interview, you guys, I really am convinced that they were smoking in between breaks, because if you watched at the beginning of the interview, you can see, okay, Show Majozi is not herself, but as you move you move along with the interview, you like, it gets worse and worse and worse. And that part of her introducing her book was towards the end of the interview. So by that time, she was like done. She was like finished, you know. So I do feel like there's a possibility that they were actually smoking in between breaks. So I do get the people that are actually blaming Udales for how she was like. But the thing about it, also, you guys, I do feel like now Udales, why did he release that interview? Because clearly nobody can look at that and say this is going to be good for Show Majozi, this is going to be good for Show Majozi's brand. The only thing that is good, the only person that is benefits from this whole thing is Dallas, because like some of us didn't even know he had a podcast. Now we know because of what happened with Show Majozi, because everybody is talking about it. So for him to even release it makes me feel like he doesn't even have his guests' best interest at heart. He only has his interest at heart, because nobody can look at that interview, you guys, and think that this is a good interview to release. It will be good for Show Majozi, especially when it was supposed to be a moment where she was supposed to introduce that very big achievement, which is her children's book, you guys. I hope it's not as serious that as I think it is, you guys. I hope it was just one slip up, and that it's never gonna happen again. I hope that she has things in control. And yeah, you guys, like Philip Peller says, I think, you know, her management is supposed to be doing a better job than this. They're clearly not right now, so it's disappointing. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please go into the comment section and tell me what you think about it, and also just go and watch the interview, guys. That interview could potentially have been one of the greatest interviews that Dallas has done, because they really talk about important issues, except that it seems like they're talking about important issues while possibly high. So yeah, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like the video before Mpumegiyona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.